this is the Xotic X Blender pedal. The reason I got this is for the band Sykes that is in, I wanted to switch over to using an all digital effects rig. Obviously, I'm not using an all digital effects rig, but I got it for the specific purpose of, I was using a Line 6 M13 and I used some overdrives in Sykes, and as soon as I would click on one of the overdrives, my low end was just sucked out. So I was like, well, I'll come up with a solution where I can blend in my clean signal. And I saw this pedal, bought it, and I've used it ever since. It's awesome. That's all I can say. It's a really awesome pedal. So obviously, from what you can see, you can blend in your dry, blend in your wet, take it back to your dry signal. Most of the time when I'm playing, I usually have it at about 75%. Other times, maybe at noon. I never really go anywhere past that. But the really nice thing about this is yes, you can blend. You can turn your blend off. So any effects that you have running through it. And for my board, I have my full tone, my dark glass B3K, my DD5, and my micro synth pedal, which obviously doesn't have the same paint job anymore. But I run all four of those through the blender pedal in case I want to blend in some of my clean signal to retain some low end. Now I don't really have a whole lot of problems with either the micro synth, the delay pedal, or the B3K. The one that I really use it for and keep it at 75% is my full tone pedal. Now this pedal is awesome, but the one downside of it is to get that grit, that overdrive, whatever you want to call it, that this thing scoops your mids almost to the moon and back, which is great because it gives you this really gnarly but refined distortion. And let me give you an example of that. So right now we're set about where I'm usually at. We'll turn the blend on, and I'll turn it off to show you the difference between the two. Okay, turn the blend off. Still sounds pretty cool, I love it, but this retains a little bit of my low end. The same goes for dark glass pedal, which has its own blend. So technically, I really don't need to have this going through the blender pedal, but I do just for signal chain, just makes it easier for me. Now take the blend off. And we'll go through the delay. Now I don't know really why I have my delay set up through it, because I saw a video. This is why I did it. I saw a video where a guitar player was slowly bringing in his delay signal as he was playing. I was like, that's so fucking cool. I want to do that on bass. I have never done that in any band on bass. I haven't. But I wanted the option. And that's why I did it like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Alex here, as I'm playing the delay pedal, I'm going to have him bring in the wet signal. Let me just see if I got a... So as you can hear, pretty cool, because and the great thing about this bigger knob is, and I do this on a fly sometimes at shows, if I feel like I need a little more of my clean signal or less because it's just the room, or just, you know, whatever factor you're dealing with. But so at some point in some song, I am going to do that, where I blend in slowly a delay part. It's gonna happen. And when it does, I will let all of you know, either on Instagram or somewhere else. I'll make a video of me doing it, or tracking it, whatever. So that's really cool. And I like the fact that I have the option to do that if I want to. So let's move on to same thing with my micro synth. If I want to blend in, you know, it's clean. I can blend in the nastiness that I get and the funk, whatever you want to call. Now, the other really cool option about this pedal is, and I do this in Sykes and the New Balance a lot, I will preset up what is coming up in, say, a verse or a chorus that I know that I'm gonna have certain effects that I need on and ones that I need to turn off both at the same time. So instead of doing the tap dancing that many of us have done throughout the years, I just simply hit this true bypass switch, which it cuts off anything that's in this pedal. It cuts it off from the outgoing signal. Simple enough, you know? Okay, so let's turn this up so you can actually hear. Perfect. And that's actually one of the cases where I do that in one of the songs for Sykes. I have both these run at the same time, and I need to go into a clean slapping part immediately after it. So instead of having to tap dance between both pedals, I just click that on, going from a whoops, and go into the slapping part that I'm using. Other options on here, and I don't really mess with them because I don't need them, but sometimes you might want to, is there's a treble, bass, and a volume on here. So if you're experiencing any type of volume loss for whatever reason while you're using the pedal, you can turn the volume up, or maybe you're getting too much, you can dial it back. Maybe you're losing some low end, dial it up. Maybe there's too much low end. Treble, same thing. There is a phase switch on here, which I've had to use a couple times in different scenarios. And then another one, which is kind of cool, is if turn that off. There is a boost switch on here, which maybe you want it so every time you click on an effect that's going through this blender pedal, but you want the volume to be raised a little bit. I've never done it, but who knows, you might want that option. So overall, I think I spent about $250 on this pedal, and it's been worth every cent that I've paid for it. It's been on the road, it's been abused, it's had beer spilt on it. Not by me, because I try not to drink during shows anymore, but I've had other people spill their beer on it. And absolutely totally worth it. Worth every cent. So yeah, if you're looking for a blender pedal that you can also do also has a function of basically a quote-unquote looper pedal, then for sure check out Xotic's X Blender. I love it. It's a great pedal. So go buy yourself one. Peace.